Welcome to Storied Audio. Every morning, Maria hauled her food cart onto the same crowded street corner in the heart of the city. Most people rushed past without ever noticing the woman serving lunch beside the sidewalk. Maria was used to being invisible. She was also used to stretching every dollar. Her apartment was old and tired with peeling paint, a sink that leaked whenever it felt like it, and a heater that worked sometimes. Most of her earnings went toward rent, groceries, electricity, and caring for her younger sister, Sophia. Their parents had been gone for years. Maria had stepped into adulthood long before she was ready. Still, Maria rarely complained. She didn't have the luxury. One afternoon, a man in a sharp dark suit stopped at her cart. His shoes were polished, his watch gleamed, and his suit probably cost more than her monthly rent. "What's good?" he asked. Maria almost laughed. "Everything. But if you want my recommendation, get the chicken sandwich." He smiled. "Then I'll trust you." He paid and walked away, disappearing into the crowd. Maria stared after him. Why would a man like that buy lunch from me? The next day he returned. And the day after that. Soon, the handsome stranger appeared almost every afternoon. At first, Maria barely spoke to him. Then one day he told her a joke. She tried not to smile, but she laughed. After that, everything changed. They talked about ordinary things: weather, traffic, movies, strange customers. One evening, while helping her close the cart, Henry noticed how exhausted she looked. "Why do you work so hard?" he asked. Maria hesitated, then told him about Sophia, about their parents, about the weight she carried every day. Henry listened quietly, and Maria assumed it was with pity. But Henry wasn't feeling sorry for her. He admired her. And he had been drawn to her since the first day he tasted her chicken sandwich. Soon, Henry began helping her pack up each evening. "You don't have to do that," Maria said. "I know." "Then why do you?" He shrugged. "Because I'm stubborn." Maria laughed. "You're definitely something." One evening, Henry finally asked her out to dinner. Maria froze. "I can't." His smile faded. "Why?" "I can't leave Sophia home alone." Henry's smile returned. "Then bring her." Maria stared at him. "Seriously?" "Seriously." That night, Henry picked them up and took them to a small, cozy restaurant. Nice but not flashy. He had chosen it carefully. He didn't want her to think he was showing off. Sophia liked him immediately. "So you're the guy who keeps buying my sister lunch?" she asked. "That's me," Henry said. "Are you rich?" Maria nearly choked. "Sophia." "What?" "I was just asking." Henry burst out laughing. "I like her." "Don't encourage her," Maria muttered. Dinner was full of laughter. Sophia teased Henry, Henry teased her back, and Maria watched them with a warmth she hadn't felt in years. For the first time, she didn't feel alone. After dinner, Henry walked them home. Sophia ran inside, leaving Maria with him. "Thank you," she said softly. "I had a really good time." "So did I." He kissed her cheek. "Thanks for joining me." Maria stood smiling as he walked away. Maybe she had finally found a good man. But a week later, everything changed. Henry arrived at the cart with a woman beside him. The woman looked around with open disgust. "We could do much better than this place," she said. Then she looked directly at Maria. "Henry, you could definitely do better." Maria's face burned. She wanted to speak, but the words stuck. Henry's expression hardened. "That's enough." He apologized to Maria before leaving with the woman. The next morning, Maria wasn't at her usual corner. Henry returned the following day. She wasn't there. Nor the day after. It took him several days to find her working at a different location. "Maria." She didn't look at him. "Please leave me alone." "Can we talk?" "No." "Maria, we don't belong in the same worlds." Henry stepped closer. "I don't care about that." "I do. I like you." Her eyes filled with tears. "You don't understand." "I understand exactly how I feel." "Please, Henry. Just leave me alone." He stared at her, hurt. "If that's really what you want." He walked away, swallowed by the crowd. Maria watched him go, her heart aching. That night, Sophia asked, "Are we going to see Henry again?" Maria forced a smile. "I don't know." She went into the bathroom, closed the door, and cried. He tried to move on. She couldn't. One afternoon, Henry was heading toward his car when he heard someone call his name. "Henry." He turned. Maria stood several feet away looking terrified. I ruined things, didn't I? She said. Henry's expression softened. You hurt my feelings. Maria looked down. But I didn't ruin anything. Tears filled her eyes. I was scared. Of what? Of believing I deserved something good. Henry stepped toward her and Maria rushed into his arms. They held each other tightly. I'm sorry, she whispered. You don't have to apologize for being afraid. She pulled back. I let someone else make me feel like I wasn't good enough for you. Henry touched her face gently. Maria, you're the first woman who ever made me feel this way. And I care about Sophia too. Maria hugged him again. This time she wasn't afraid. A year later, Maria and Sophia were living with Henry. One evening, Maria came home and froze in the doorway. Candles glowed throughout the room. A home-cooked meal covered the table. Sophia stood beside Henry, trying not to smile. What is all this? Maria asked. Sophia helped me cook, Henry said. Maria eyed the burnt bread. Sophia cooked? I supervised, Sophia said proudly. They laughed. Then Henry took Maria's hand. I love you, he said. And I love the life we've built. He dropped to one knee. I want to spend the rest of my life making sure you and Sophia always know you belong. He opened a small ring box. Maria, will you marry me? Maria covered her mouth as tears streamed down her face. Yes. Henry grinned. Yes. Yes. Sophia screamed and hugged them both. Maria looked around the room, thinking of the food cart, the tiny apartment, the long days, and all the nights she wondered if life would ever get easier. Then she looked at Henry. Sometimes love doesn't arrive with fireworks. Sometimes it simply walks up to your food cart, orders a chicken sandwich and slowly teaches you that you are worthy of being loved. For the first time in years, Maria wasn't worried about surviving tomorrow. She was excited to live it. Subscribe to the channel for more audio stories.